Day 22, and I started to put in some inks and tidying up these panels. So just I want to get, obviously, I'll sort out those legs, get them a bit more something like. I'll put this panel in a bit better. Add a few more guards. Put maybe a doorway in there. I want these. Quite like these recessed arches in the wall. Gives it a bit more detail without me having to sort of design banks upon banks of computers and things like this. So that's what I'm currently done. That's what I've done today. In addition, I'm just going to pause it for a second. In addition to that, I've also put the spaceship into this shot, into this opening shot on the new panel 31. So it's not been a bad few days. I'm running low on battery, so I'm probably going to have to charge the battery up on this tonight. Hopefully it'll be enough. So yeah, it's looking quite good. I've added some shading back in. This was missing shading, so I put that back in as well. Alright, that's enough for today. Alright, see you later. Bye now. 3. My camera is having its battery charged, so I'm using my phone today. As you can see, I've finished inking this page, put flat colours in, and I've started to put hinting at some shadows and shading and various things like this. I want to put some motion blur and glow effects on the sword blade. And a couple of bits of housekeeping. I asked a question on Monday of the V100s in my video that I put up, and the answer has come back that no, the work I do for third parties doesn't count as part of my 100 days. No problem. No problem at all. So you won't see any of that. So Yabu sucks to you. I heard back from my good, I'm gonna say good friend. CB, you're my good friend. All right, that's that. I think we're friends. That's it. My friend CB Smallwood. And I followed his 100 days, and it was great. And he's had a look through some of my comic pages, and he came back to me with some feedback, and some of it I couldn't implement because those pages are already out. But some of those changes, yes, I'm gonna make changes to match some of your suggestions. I think there's some good points, really good points made there, and thanks for that, because I was a bit too close to it. I didn't see it. So thanks, CB. Really appreciate you casting your eye over the work there. I really do. So it's good stuff. I'm not one to sort of plug stuff, but if you do find yourself, if you are sort of on a bit of 100 days of comics kick and you want to look at some work, CB's page is great. His current one is Wildcat behind the page, and it's a really good show. That's enough for today. I've waffled on long enough. I'll probably keep playing with the shading and the lighting effects for the sword and stuff like that. And yeah, I'll probably do a bit of scripting as well, but mainly I think these effects get this page done, and then we can get back to normal. Alright, that's enough for now. Alright, see you later. Bye. Okay, it's day 24, and this page is inked, coloured, flatted. It's got some sort of trails in there as well, and the glow around the blade, and the text balloons have been they were always there, and this is where I'm roughly going to position them. So I've done that. I've also started roughing out page 20. Now this has had quite a lot of substantial rewriting. Originally, it's just this shot, just a one-page splash panel of the car and some houses. And then I realised that actually it's much better if we actually sort of use this as an opportunity for a bit of character work and to do things like set up what's going to happen in the next page. So we've got a caption here. Let's give this a bit more resolution. It's Duggan's place, and the car's parked up, and he's saying, "Okay, let's go." And Duggan's saying, "Are you mad? Have you never seen a spy film? For all we know, a SWAT team is waiting for us, or a van's parked outside with people listening in on headphones." So what you're saying? I might change that to what do you suggest? So I suggest. That's not very good, is it? I suggest we can't just barge in. We need to be more subtle, and this is all sort of effectively set up for the next page, where they actually do get into the house. And originally it was just like originally this was like a jump cut. You had the house, and then you had them getting into the house. Now we've still established the shot. We still have the establishing shot. We still tell you where it is, but now we've got this bit of extra business to sort of help cement the characters a little bit more. A bit of character insight. So yeah, this is what we're currently working on now. We're now working on page. Having done page 31, we've now jumped to page 20. It must be tricky. Other people's 100-day challenges are a bit more straightforward. So you look at page 1, you look at page 2, you look at page 3, and so on. Whereas this one is, I'm going back to older pages because I want to redraw certain panels. Or, in this example, I'd not drawn the page because it was just a one-page shot, and I didn't want to do it because it was a house and a car. Whereas I think this is a bit more interesting. There's more story going on now, and I think there's more scope for stuff to happen. I think that'll do for today. That's the end of day 24. Tomorrow we'll be officially a quarter way through this challenge thing, so that's pretty good. So I think that'll do for today, and we'll see you all next time. All right, bye now. Okay, it's day 25. We are a quarter of the way through this thing, and this is a rare daytime video. I've just done an hour, and I've got a few minutes, so I'll just quickly talk through what I've done. This is page 20. As you can see, I've started to put together some of the drawings for the panels. I tend to work in layers, so I will do a drawing on a layer bigger than the actual panel size, and then shrink it down and arrange it in the panel. So that's how I've laid out my little SWAT team there, and similar for that, and for this one. So I also sometimes work with colour, because if you've sketched out, especially if you're working on something that's layered, like say this arm, this SWAT guy's arm here. I'll have drawn the body, and I'll have drawn the rifle in position. This is a PS90, which is the gun they use on Stargate SG-1. It's quite an interesting looking gun. It's quite a futuristic looking. So yeah, I'll zoom in this guy a bit more. So yeah, this guy, I'll have drawn like the body, and then I'll have drawn the gun, and then I'll need to draw this arm. So I'll switch to like a red colour, so I can draw through it. I've still got the details of the gun underneath it, which allows me to sort of anchor the hand in the right location. So that's how I do that. So as I say, we've roughed out 3 panels, and this text will need to move, but not too much. We'll probably end up just putting that bit down there. So we'll move that bit down there. That's right. So I've done that one, and we'll do a quick jump cut to what else I've done. This is what else I've done. I'll zoom it out a bit. It's Duggan posing for a photograph of Nelson Mandela. It's kind of it's part in the script. It's Bill Clinton, but actually I realised this morning that Mandela is a better leader. So on page 22, there's a sequence where Carlos is leafing through a scrapbook on Duggan's coffee table, and it's full of clippings of all these things that Duggan's done, including this picture of Mandela and Duggan. And it turns out Duggan was is a man of action. He's former police, former Scotland Yard, former Interpol. Did a brief stint as a protection detail for Nelson Mandela, and Mandela gave him this photograph. Also, there's something called the Mandela effect, which is an internet thing, and that is a reference to some of the themes of Concensus reality, which is the story this is all taking place in. And I think that will do it for today. It's a Friday. I'm not sure what my plans are for the weekend, but I'm going to keep on working on page 20, try and get some more panels done, and then we'll go to page 22, generate some headlines, make some newspaper clippings, and put them into the newspaper page. In fact, let me show you the page I'm going to be working with. That's the page. I want the photograph in there somewhere. Some newspaper clippings here, just headlines, Interpol smash, counterfeit ring, human traffic ring smashed by Duggan, all that sort of stuff. And then there's Duggan himself putting on his trademark trench coat and red tie. So yeah, that's all for today, I think. And right, I'll see you all later. Bye now. Day 28, after a quiet weekend where I just did the bare minimum, did a bit more today, sort of refining this top panel. That needs a bit more work, but I'm quite happy how that's going. So here you can see it with the speech bubbles in, so Duggan's place there. Okay, let's go. Are you mad? You've never seen a spy film? For all we know, a SWAT team is waiting for us. Or a van's parked outside with people listening in on headphones. So what do you suggest? I'm going to change that to what do you suggest? I'm suggesting we can't just barge in, we need to be more subtle. So I reckon a couple of more days and we'll have this page all linked up with final links ready to go, and then it'll be colour. This panel's taking a long time because I need to sort of work out what Duggan's house looks like. So that's been a bit of a pain. So in the meantime, I've sort of looked at the current page that we're supposed to be looking at. This is page 20. We're actually on the actual script is on page 34 at the moment, and that looks a bit like this. So yeah, this is the new page 35, and I started drawing this, painting this out today. So this is the layout I've got going on. Saying he used to work for Interpol, and he was a bodyguard for a while, and all that time, if anyone ever got in the way, if anything got in the way, like a door or a wall or even a window, he would just charge straight through it, and it gave him the nickname of Cannonball. And it talks about an art theft. The Mona Lisa has been stolen, and Duggan was pursuing them and then he hits the door. That the gang had hid themselves in the broom closet, and Duggan had sort of charged the door, and then he saw something that he shouldn't have seen. Dun dun dun. And that's when the story continues. So this is page 35. This is early days, really. So I think that'll do for now. That's another week. This is day 28. This is week 4. He says failing is 7 times table. So yeah, it's the end of week 4, and tomorrow we'll start week 5. Alright, that'll do for now. Alright, bye.